Learn English online at Best Training School.
We made this video for beginner and intermediate students.
As usual, we'll explain you the form and the use of all future tenses in an easy way, using sample examples.
At the end, we'll find an exercise with answers and a clear explanation for each answer.
Let's get going and happy studying!
How do we form the simple future?
The structure of the simple future in affirmative form is subject plus modal verb will plus basic form of the verb.
I will do it. You will come tomorrow. He, she, it will go later. We will help you. You will watch my video. They will build a new house.
The structure of the simple future interrogative form is modal verb will or shall plus subject plus basic form of the verb. The modal verb shall must be used with I and we instead of will.
Shall I call a doctor for you? You feel sick. Will you come to the party? Will he travel next week? Will she take a maternity leave? Will it be shipped by plane? Shall we attend the meeting? Will you watch the match tonight? Will they hire seasonal workers?
The structure of the simple future negative form is subject plus modal verb will plus note plus basic form of the verb.
I will not drive her to the airport. You won't help them. He won't travel next week. She will not take maternity leave. It won't be shipped by plane. We won't clean the pool, we're busy. You won't buy any ticket. They won't hire seasonal workers. How do we use the simple future?
We use the simple future to express a spontaneous act.
Oh my God, I'm out of cash. I'll draw some money.
We use the simple future to talk about the prediction or an uncertain future.
According to the weather forecast, tomorrow it will rain in the afternoon.
We use the simple future to talk about an unplanned future action.
Do not worry, Mum. I'll do the dishes just when the film ends. How do we form the future continuous?
The structure of the future continuous in affirmative form is subject plus helped verb will plus be plus present participle of the verb. Conjugate the helped verb be in simple future and we add ing to the basic form of any verb.
I will be learning English. You will be watching a movie. He will be running in the park. She will be playing tennis. It'll be raining. We will be baking a cake. You will be working hard. They will be doing their homework.
The structure of the future continuous in interrogative form is the modal verb will or shall plus subject plus be plus present participle of the verb. The modal verb shall must be used with I and we instead of will.
Shall I be studying hard next week for my TOEIC test? Will you be studying hard next week for your TOEIC test? Will he be studying hard next week for his TOEIC test? Will she be studying hard next week for her TOEIC test? How about your duck? Will it be swimming all day? Shall we be studying hard next week for our TOEIC test? Will you be studying hard next week for your TOEIC test? Will they be studying hard next week for their TOEIC test?
The structure of the future continuous in negative form is subject plus modal verb will plus note plus be plus present participle of the verb. The same form as the affirmative. We have just to add not between will and be.
It's a blackout. Tonight, I won't be watching my TV series. You won't be swimming next week. Your vacation is cancelled. It's snowing. He won't be jogging around the park. She won't be checking my videos anymore. My cat is sick. It won't be feeding her kittens for a while. We won't be working. We're on an unlimited strike. It's a blackout. Tonight, you won't be watching your TV series. Because of the snow, they won't be walking to school. How do we use the future continuous?
We use the future continuous to talk about an ongoing future action of the limited period. I mean, a temporary progressive action around a certain time after now.
Next week, at this time, I'll be taking my first English lesson. Don't forget to take your umbrella. It will be raining when you leave your office in the afternoon. Tomorrow is Friday. I can't come. I will be working. How do we form the future perfect?
The structure of the future perfect in affirmative form is subject plus modal verb will plus have plus past participle of the verb. We conjugate the helped verb have in simple future. Then we add the past participle of any verb. For regular verbs, we add -ed to the basic form. For irregular verbs, we pick them from the third column of the list.
Before you arrive, I will have sent many emails. Next month, you'll have finished your training. On Thursday, he'll have celebrated his 20th birthday. This time next week, she'll have left. No more water left. In a while, it have been totally consumed. In a few minutes, we'll have finished doing dishes. When they come back, you will have tidied your rooms. They will have solved the blackout before the movie starts.
The structure of the future perfect in interrogative form is modal verb will plus subject plus have plus past participle of the verb. The modal verb shall must be used with I and we instead of will.
What shall I have accomplished by then? Will you have finished cooking the chicken by noon? By that time, will he have left school? This time next week, will she have left? Will it really have been totally consumed in few days? The captain asked about the water. Shall we have reached the mainland in few days? Will you have carried out the project before the deadline? Will they have accomplished the harvest on time?
The structure of the future perfect in negative form is subject plus modal verb will plus not plus have plus past participle of the verb. The same form as the affirmative, we have just to add not between will and have.
I haven't enough time. I won't have sent all the emails. At this rhythm, you won't have finished by next meeting. He's on sick leave. He will not have finished his exams. She's on sick leave. She will not have finished her exams. The captain reassured the crew about water. It won't have been totally consumed before we arrive. I'm sorry, we won't have reached the mainland in few days. As I see, you won't have carried out the project on time. Because of the rain, they won't have accomplished the harvest on time. How do we use the future perfect?
We use the future perfect to talk about an action that will be completed sometime later than now.
By the time you read my message, I will have already left. I know I'm late. Your car will not have been fixed on time. I beg your pardon. At the end of the month, she'll have finished her training. How do we form the future perfect continuous?
The structure of the future perfect continuous in affirmative form is subject plus modal verb will plus have plus been plus the present participle of the verb. We conjugate the helped verb have in simple future, followed by been, the past participle of be. Then we add ing to the basic form of any verb.
When you arrive, I will have been waiting for 2 hours. When you get up, you will have been sleeping all the morning. Next hour, he will have been waiting for more than an hour. Next hour, she will have been waiting for more than an hour. That weekend, it will have been raining for 1 week. On 4th May, we'll have been living together for 25 years. You'll have been chatting for a short time before the teacher turns up. It's a hard exam. They will have been writing essays for 3 hours.
The structure of the future perfect continuous in interrogative form is modal verb will plus subject plus have plus been plus present participle of the verb. The modal verb shall must be used with I and we instead of will.
You're often late. How long shall I have been waiting when you arrive? Will you have been working here for 5 years by the time I retire? How long will he have been studying English by the end of this year? How long will she have been studying before graduating? How long will it have been raining until tomorrow? By the time we graduate, how long shall we have been studying together? I'll be late. How long will you have been waiting when I arrive at the station? At the end of the year, Will they have been moving in their new flat?
The structure of the future perfect continuous in negative form is subject plus modal verb will plus have plus not plus been plus the present participle of the verb. The same form as the affirmative. We have just to add not.
When you arrive, I will not have been waiting for a long time. When you get up tomorrow, you won't have been sleeping enough. The train arrives on time. He won't have been waiting overtime. The train arrives on time. She won't have been waiting overtime. The engine is too old. It won't have been turning till the next town. When you are back, we won't have been running the business for a long time. You won't have been chatting for a short time before the teacher turns up. At the end of the contract, they won't have been sponsoring for 2 years. How do we use the future perfect continuous?
We use the future perfect continuous to emphasize the length of a progressive action over a future period. I mean that the action starts in the present, progresses in the future, and will finish later.
It's a hard exam. They will have been writing essays for 3 hours. I want to know how long shall I have been studying before graduating. Tomorrow, I have plenty of work ahead of me. I'll have been teaching all day. Exercise. You have at your disposal 15 seconds to choose the right answer. Then the answer will appear, followed by a short explanation.